Shocka's my guy, man. Come on, bust mic now, fam.
Tell me the first time you guys first met.
I met Shocka in secondary school. I went to a school called Greg Academy. At the time that I was there, it was called St. David, St. Catherine, D&K, one of the worst schools. But it was one of the best times of my life. I met Shocka and I got kicked out in year 9 before the end of the year. And then when coming back into year 10, because I had left, or basically it was the last, I think, week, but they needed to suspend me or whatever for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something stupid like that. So when I come back into year 10, I didn't come in for like 2 weeks of it. Do you get what I mean?
They carried it over.
Yeah. Some weirdos like, Bomwick, I'm on you. But anyway, yeah. And so I met Shocka, but I met obviously large up my brethren Tips. Tips was in my class. So he's like, Shocka's in the school. I'm like, who's this Shocka guy, man? I'm the best here, man. Like, who's this Shocka Don, man? You get me? This guy's wearing an white top here, but iceberg history on it. So I'm like, nah, that's that. Yeah. I'm like, he's wearing this in school. So I'm like, I'm looking at, obviously I was wearing kickers at the time. I was robbing, I was doing the most, didn't I? Yeah. So I was a bit fly, but I'm like, why has this guy got like a normal shirt here? It's like £150 in shop, because I went shopping after, innit? It's £150 in shop, so I've seen the top, yeah. And he's just moving like it's normal, like, do you get me? So I'm like, there's something about him that I like, innit? But he's feeling himself musically, you get me? So I'm thinking to myself, like, cool, I'm the guy here though. This is the first time I've heard metaphors in my life. Because before, my brethren Tips would do metaphors, innit? But it's not the way, like, I could tell you might have got it from Shocka, you get me, on the sly. So I've heard Shocka's, I'm like, right, is this the metaphor thing that everyone's talking about, you get me? So then we've known each other from then, do you get me? But then when I went to Uganda and then I come back, he was in a crew called Chain Gang. And I've always known Shocka's cold, you get me? So I was always telling Vertex and everyone about Shocka. So then obviously around the times that Marvel, because at the beginning stages we had Shoddy Crew, that 15 of us didn't work. Then we had Marvel, which was 5 of us before Shocka even come about. And then I think 3 of them had to go off and do obviously life situations, do you get what I mean? Shocka was obviously still spitting, so it just made sense, do you get what I mean? And then we've just been friends ever since.
That's funny. I think it's fair to say that a lot of people underrate Shocka.
Shocka's the best.
Like they underrate.
No, he's the best. Do you know what it is? What happens is when people are scared of you, they're going to underrate you. They're not gonna be saying your name like that. But whether you like it or not, this is God's work. This is God's job. You can't fight it. It is what it is. You get me? Shockers, they'll know later we're special. They just don't. What it is they don't know what to do with us, and they don't want to show too much people. But unfortunately, it's not going to work like that. You get me?
I mean, definitely me and Shocka, we're going to sit down, but what I did want to say, and it's probably from your perspective, when Shocka's been going through what he's been going through, right? The music industry can trigger things. How does one keep their sanity when there's nothing really real on the other side?
This is why I always say you have to keep your lot around you. Like, you see me, because I've got family that have gone through like mental health issues, do you get what I mean? And then, like, even me, like, I'll go through certain stuff where I'm like, right, you're still calm, do you get what I mean, yeah? But I've realized when you've got people around you that just genuinely love you, just for they don't want nothing from you, do you get what I mean? Like, they just naturally just have, this is my guy, this is my nigga, do you get what I mean, yeah? You're fine after that. Like me, I went through the situation with my dad's situation. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if I didn't have the people around me, I would have been a different guy now. Do you get what I mean? Like, after that, I didn't really care about too much stuff. Anyone that said anything wrong, I might have hit you. Do you get me? That's how I was thinking at the time, do you get what I mean? For like the 2 months when my dad passed. And then after that, I just realized, you know what, like, there's a calling like that, like, whatever I'm supposed to do here is bigger than this current situation or whatever this mood's putting me in. You feel me? So that's, I think, after a while, that's why I always go down to not being attached to things. Because it's only when you're attached to things that it hurts more. Do you get what I mean? When you're, like, I've always said to myself, like, in whatever situation that I'm going through, someone's been through it before, and they either got out of it or they didn't. Do you get me? And I'm strong inside. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a rock. Do you get what I mean? So it's like I'm gonna get out of it no matter what the situation may be. I might not be about for a bit, but it'll pattern. Yeah, I've always said to myself, I think, because with me, I even went through this stage around the times when I was kind of younger, like getting into the music industry, and everything's kind of like, oh, I need to be like this, I need to go Louis. I need to, like, every single time I was upset, I got a receipt box in my yard. It's got Louis, it's got Gucci, it's got everything in there. Any single time I was upset before, I'll just go shopping, literally, because I thought that's what would make me happy, or do you get me? then the older I've kind of got, the more I started realizing it's not that deep. Do you get me? I'm naturally, like, I've become my own best friend because I can't allow other people to play with me like that. Because I've realized, you know, sometimes your heart's too big. Do you get me? So sometimes your heart's so big that people don't get it. So they think, nah, I can take advantage of Rare, this and that. Not knowing that the same way I've got this side, I've got that side. You get me? And the reason I'm scared of people with big hearts, because as big as their heart is, yeah, if you switch to the other side, you don't want to see it. I've got people around me, like in my area, that their heart's so pure, yeah, but once they switch, it's a completely, like, I've seen how they move towards, like, people trying it with their brothers, and in my head, I'm like, I like you, though, because you remind me of me, do you get me? I just can control it, do you get me? But some people, you just, after a while, you just kind of just understand that it just is what it is. Like, with life, you can't stress yourself about it, you can't overthink about it, do you know what I mean? Yeah, just be yourself, man. It's more easier as well. Yeah.
Is that you now choosing to adopt that, or is that just naturally you? Because you say you got a big heart.
Yeah. I think I'm always naturally. Everyone that knows me, I don't. If you, I make it so easy to like me, that if you don't, I could just tell something's wrong. Do you get me? And don't get twisted. I'm not trying to say that I'm perfect or I'm trying to come. I don't. Even people, when people tell me, "Oh, you should preach or you should read," it's not my thing. I'm Muslim, but I would never be an imam or anything. Do you get what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like it puts on this pressure. Do you get me? But I just know how to move. Do you get what I mean? I've had good practices from yard and from home, and all my elders are my uncles, my Muslim elders. Like, when I went back to Uganda, for example, and I was just having a conversation with them, like, the knowledge that they're even spitting in my head, I'm like, I don't get this in London. You feel me? At all, unless it's my lot. And they've gone through their situations. That's the info they're giving me. So imagine a 65-year-old or a 70-year-old giving you information, and they've come from nothing. If you go look at their house, you're even thinking, right, like, I might need to renovate this for you quick. You get me? But they're like, I'm fine. You get me? So people like that they could, like, they scare me, because if they went into the world to go pattern something up here, just their belief system, there'll be levels. You feel me?
I was actually gonna, you just actually tied into that. I was gonna say to you about that whole going back to Uganda, and that calling of being back home. Like, when you're back home in Uganda, like, how do you feel? Is it a spiritual feeling that, you know, this is home, this is my roots, this is my heritage?
Basically, I feel like the flow father, but there's elders on top of the flow father. You get me? When I'm in Uganda, so it gives me the proper feel of who I am. Do you know what I mean? Any single time I kind of go back home, obviously you've got the enjoyment side, but you've got the side where you need to go back and regenerate as well. You feel me? Like, you need to recharge. I believe over here it's very hard to recharge because you're around so much different energies. You feel me? But whereas when I go back home, it's heaven, basically. That's the only way I could put it.
And I won't say you missed the boat or you're not getting your just dues, but has the talent equated what you felt the rewards would be?
If I'm going to be real, I think everything I've wanted, I've gone and got at the beginning stages. Do you get me? Because I think now I'm at the beginning stages of my second run. Right. Or I would even say second, third, let's say, because there's double, then there was Marvel, then there's me again. So I'm at the beginning stages of my third run, let's say. Do you get what I mean? So what I want to do, they have to wait for it to manifest before they understand it. I'm them sort of people. I kind of feel like that's my brand. Like, my brand won't be you get it straight away. My brand might not even be through the front door. Do you get what I mean? It might, but I'm going to get in the yard. Do you get me? And when I get in the yard, you're going to know. Do you get me? You're just going to hear something. Brad, what was that downstairs? Do you get what I mean? It's going to be one of those. And I kind of feel like with the industry, everyone's going off what they think. It's not about talent no more. We all know this. Do you get me? So, like, now they've started bringing stupid money involved into it. Do you get me? So everyone's thinking, let me just quickly do something for the quick pay. Do you get me? But it depends if you want to be here for 10 years time, or do you want to be here for 10 years, or do you want money? Do you get me? And some people want both. I want both. I'm going to be very real with you. You feel me? So I'm coming for the bag. The elders are scared of me, and the youngest don't know what to do with me. That's the best way to put it. Now I'm playing. They're not scared of me. But I just think I know myself, so it's very hard to fool me. Yeah.
And closing out, you came out with a couple of people. Do you know what I mean? So give us a little backstory and all the man who came with you today.
Like my brother Shav tell each other every time, you get me. You're gonna know about the gaffer. You get me. You see how I'm the flow father. he's that gaffer. You get me? He's that Don that you're not gonna know about. So I'm telling like that Ray each and every time, my G. And Shocka the biggest. You get me? I don't even say too much about Shocka. He's gonna tell you about himself. You get me? No, I'm playing. It's not that dude. But yeah, those are my people. Them. Yeah, they're from Tottenham. You get me? Like originally from Tottenham. You get me? So it's just I kind of feel like I just need to put myself around my lot, man. Because any single time that you kind of get involved with other people and this and that, especially if their intention's not right for you, it ends up in the wrong place, and then you two start having arguments. I never like having arguments with my people, them, especially if I got love for you. I'm a people sort of person as well, do you get what I mean? So all our energy is positive, you get me? A lot of people sometimes just like, they'll tell you that they're positive and then you see them and then it's a completely different vibe. With us, I swear down, what you see is what you get me? We don't trouble no one, so we don't expect anyone to start stupidness, you feel me? Like, just keep the energy positive and we'll keep it positive. Yeah, they know that I'm the one. I never come second car, I never been a two. I can't wait till they let the man them free. Really got my brothers in the cage, what for? One just went inside, yeah, they gave him a 5. Around the times Drake made views from the 6, he got nicked for a weapon, so we could have got 7 and it weren't worth it because he never really ate. Man, he always wants a beat, he's 9. Me, I got a lighty that looks like a 10. Her mother always wants her in by 11, but she never really listens, always comes in at 12. Even as the boy, I was the man at 13 too. Alright, what's going on? I'm gonna slide myself. Even as the boy, I was the man at 13, 2 plus 2, I could take out 14s, got a couple brothers that are from N15, and that's how you really kill it with a fresh 16. That's a fresh 16. I got a couple brothers from N15, 2 times 2, they could take out 14s, even as boys, they were men at 13. My lighty's got to be in by 12, even though her mother wants her in by 11, man, I can't even lie, man, she looks like a 10, but even on the worst day, looks like a 9. Bro went jail, but he never really ate, got nicked for a weapon, so we could have got 7. Around the same time, Drake made views on the 6, man, he went inside, yeah, they gave him a 5. Really got my brothers in the cage, what for? Can't wait till the day that the man them are free, and I never come second car, never been a 2. Yeah, they know I'm the 1, man. Come on, man.
Bro.
You get me? Beep.
Man! Bro, kind of there, man. Like, Monday.
Love my bro. Yeah. Double vision. Epic. Love my brother. I want to see that might have been high.